before we turn toward Aravit or the evening service, just to say that we had a shorter Kabbalat Shabbat as we started because of the holiday, because of Sukkot. And there's a machloket, there's a debate in the rabbinic literature around what is the Sukkah itself? What is it? Is it the actual structure that the Israelites were walking through when they were in the desert? Did they live in these booths? Sometimes you see it as booths. Someone asked my husband at work, do you have a structure? And he said, yes, we actually do have one. But we call them Sukkot. And the question the rabbis are asking, is it the physical structure? Or they say, is it the ananei kavod? Is it these clouds of glory? Is the idea that actually as we were wandering through the desert, God's presence was always with us, whether that was a cloud in the sky, a pillar of smoke, whether there was fire that led us by night, but there's a sense of actually the people. There are many midrashim about the people being surrounded by these clouds, even 7 clouds potentially, that were following them and protecting them at all times as they were walking through the desert. And there are many different teachings and ideas, but one idea about Sukkot is that we do all of this work during the Yamim Noraim. We do all of this hard soul searching. The whole month of Elul, we've been on this journey together. We then go into Rosh Hashanah, to Yom Kippur. We are working, and it's not easy to open ourselves that way, spiritually, emotionally, forgiveness, whether we're ready, we're not, also confronting who we've been this year, who we hope to be in the coming year. And the rabbis say when we get to Sukkot, part of the structure is that we've done all the work and now we just get to sit a little bit. We get to take a deep breath. We get to be with that presence of God, those ananei kavod, those clouds of glory, but to really, we've done so much searching and so much work, and we're going to continue to do the work, and we know that work doesn't end. But that Sukkot is a time when we get to take that deep breath and we get to sit and we get to be, and to be in the presence of God, to be in the presence of the people, our community, the people we love most. It's a reminder. And Shabbat is also that. It's exactly what Shabbat comes to do every single week for us. Shabbat says, you were running on Sunday, you were running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now you get a break. Now you can show up. Now you can be with the people you love the most. You can ask the questions that you didn't have time to ask. You can find that presence and that deep sense of connection that we haven't found all week right here in the gift of whether it's a day or really it's just that presence in which we welcome in each and every day. And I think particularly on this Shabbat of Sukkot that we have both of this. We have the glory of Sukkot, the joy that Sukkot is supposed to bring us. But I think really the depth of that joy is about being together, is about being in presence and being present ourselves. And particularly on this Shabbat as we are anticipating and we stand in a place of anticipation and we pray that this is the very beginning of what we hope will be a time of healing and one step toward peace, and also seeing our hostages returned, that it's also a moment to sit in that anticipation, to go back to the Sukkot that we were wandering in the desert, the fragility of this moment, but knowing that we're not on this journey alone, and that we're not on it alone, meaning we're in it as a community, but also that presence, those ananei kavod are also here, hopefully in spirit, and that we feel it in our tefillah this evening. So as we turn to Aravit, as we begin and really take in Shabbat on this Sukkot, on this the precipice of much hope in which we've been praying for, we'll turn to page 39a, and we'll ask you to rise in body or in spirit as we come together in Baruch Hu.